Clip Studio got a major update on the mobile front as well for version 2.0, and we're gonna have a first look at it. This video is kindly sponsored by Clip Studio Paint. They allowed me to test out this version early for you guys so I could show you guys all the cool features. The main feature that I want to point out is that you still have the free 1 hour a day trial. So let's click to get started. And from here, we're gonna create a brand new canvas, custom size. You can choose advanced settings. You still have the same settings as before. So let's click OK. And this was the previous UI for Clip Studio Paint. And now under new version, if you click the little icon bar, you can switch to simple mode. And the UI is completely redesigned. You have much better panels. Everything's compact. And if you still want to, you can go back to studio mode. Switch to studio mode where you have access to everything again. And it's so cool that it allows you to switch between all these different modes as you sketch and you do any detailed stuff. Because in this mode, it's kind of hard to see the layers and everything. But if we go back to simple mode, which I love the UI change, it's just more intuitive and you still have access to be able to clip your layers, transparency, layer visibility, and lots more. And through this mode, you're able to still access all your different assets. I really love the simplified look that Clip Studio Paint went with this for mobile, which means this will be completely transformed. And I'm currently using the Note 10 Plus. This is compatible on most Samsung devices with an S Pen, so including the S23 Ultra. Let me just finish erasing this. But let's explore. Let me go back to studio mode. It's very easy. I just want to be able to quickly clear my layer. And now let me go back to simple mode and let's start some sketch. I'm going to do some in real time and some in time lapse. So let's start. Alright guys, I'm back. Since I finished the sketch in this mode, I want to group my layers very easily. So I'm just gonna go back to the studio mode where I have a little bit more options. I'm gonna click my layers panel and I'm gonna create a new layer folder or group. And let's just drag all our sketches in there so I could quickly, easily move the whole sketch, since like I drew it all the way in the corner and I want to be able to draw the rest of the hair. And that sketch, as you guys can see, took me around like 13 minutes. So this is definitely free to try if you have an Android phone or even an iPhone. I believe Clip Studio Paint is on the iPhone as well. And now I'm gonna use this so that I can easily just move this whole thing. So let me just hide this for now. And let's just adjust it. Let me just zoom out. And boom, just, oh man, the versatile of this. I'm so sorry, I'm bad with words. Let me go back and switch to simple mode. And yes, and now let's see how our layers look. Layer, oh, we can even see it right there. Oh my gosh, the icon, it's simplified. And I believe this one was my hair layer. Now that's the chin layer. I think I accidentally moved it around. Yeah, this is my hair layer. Now let's continue on sketching. And since I saved my drawing, let's go back now. And it stays right here to my account. And I can easily open it, go back to studio mode if I want to. Even lets you import brushes from studio mode. And now we switch to voiceover Carrie. I'm actually starting a brand new drawing. And that's because I got frustrated with the last one. It's very difficult to film, then stopping and doing audio. It's not something that comes naturally to me. So yeah, we're starting a whole new sketch. This time I'm doing most of the sketching in the studio mode, the mode that you guys see currently that has all of the menus. I feel more comfortable in that since it's really similar to the desktop version.
That's what I really love about this redesign for Clip Studio Paint Mobile, is that you can choose to work in both at the same time, and that's what I'll be showing through the rest of this drawing. So when I'm drawing, especially when I feel like really lazy and I feel frustrated, I love drawing using the symmetry ruler. The symmetry ruler lets you duplicate everything on one side of the drawing to the other side. I love using that. Sadly, that option doesn't work super well in simple mode, so I did this whole sketch in studio mode for that aspect. And I have some in real time, like when I start to sketch the hair. Oh man, the hair was really nice. This is an OC, a brand new OC. I decided to get a bunch of different references together and create a whole new different character for this video. That's why I love the symmetry tool for this, because I wanted a straight front view. And yeah, I really love this redesign. I love that I can still use the app the way I was originally accustomed to. It's not like it's just a completely rechange and then I can't go back to the old one. So that's a design aspect that I'm gonna give Clip Studio Paint an A+ for. I've been using them for years. It's not just because this video is sponsored. I'm just so happy that I got a chance to try this out first, guys. So there might be some features that I didn't even know until this video releases. But instead of making this like a strict, rigid tips video and of everything that came out, I wanted to show you guys how I use it in my regular drawing, because I feel like that's more authentic. Because the thing about these updates is that there can be so many things that come out that it's hard to figure out how to make it work in your workflow. So with this type of format, I get to show you guys how I implement the new changes. I embrace some of them and some of them I don't fully embrace, since again, I love the familiarity of the old layout. Even though it was clunky, I love that with my layer panel, it's just like the desktop. I had access to my layer mask, which lets me erase but not permanently. That I covered more in a tips and tricks video that you guys can click in the pop-up card up here. But yeah, I love that I can combine both of them. And even with messing around with the groups panel, that's something I later figured out that I can also do in simple mode. That's something that I'll probably cover in short, so that way you guys can see the actual features. So that way you guys can see my screen sharing, where you guys can see the panels much bigger. Another thing that I was so happy I was able to do was import some of my legacy brushes in simple mode. Not all of them works, but the one that I really like I'm using right now, the lasso fill, works on it. You have to import it, so I'll make a whole separate little short tutorial on how to do that. But that sped up my process a lot. Like, that became my favorite tool. And don't worry guys, it's a deep full brush. I forgot exactly where it stored, so I'm gonna definitely show you guys in that separate YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels type of tutorial. But oh man, it made it so fluid. You guys don't know how much I wished that I had this when growing up. I've been drawing on the note series ever since I love having a pen and being able to draw on the go. But now with this, I'll be able to do that, and it's a lot faster. As you guys can see, I'm in simple mode now in the coloring phase, the fun part of the drawing, and it even made the filling the base colors fun as well. That's the pinnacle of some great UI design, and I'm really loving this a lot, guys. I can't believe I'm able to do this all from my phone. I've just been using this one mobile app on my phone, and it was lacking a lot of features. With Clip Studio Paint, I get the power of desktop and the simplified, more user-friendly mobile option, and I can switch between the both of them if I choose to at any point of the drawing. That was something that I did not know when I was beta testing this out, but thankfully the folks at Clip Studio Paint were super helpful helping me figure it out. It was just like a button away. there's still some improvements that I'm looking forward to. I know they're gonna expand on this. Like there's the flip horizontal tool to flip your drawings. I didn't use it as much in this drawing because I already had the lines of symmetry. But another thing is, like, I wish I could customize some aspects of simple mode. I feel like that's gonna be coming soon in the future. Like in the studio mode, I can customize my different icons. I change some of them around so I could quickly be able to save. So the studio mode is like that more complicated version. So yeah, but I'm so happy of how far this app has come, and that it's come to Android. Samsung, per se, Samsung has some of the best S Pen alternative, meaning that with the S Pen, there's a variety of other S Pens that you can use, like the one that I'm using right now from a third party that allows me to erase, that feels like a real pencil. That's not something that I get on any other drawing device. And I'm really glad that I get to use Clip Studio Paint on this, because no other phone I feel like would be able to take advantage of this capability. Another aspect that I'm hoping happens is that this mode comes to the tablet mode. That would be awesome as well, since I have one of the smaller Samsung drawing tablets. I have the Tab S6 and the Tab S7, so it'll be great to just have that on like a slightly bigger screen. That'll be really cool too. And I'm glad that I was able to import all of my brushes. I downloaded some new ones that I'll also show in a short tutorial as well, and they work flawlessly. Oh man, I'm so happy again for the development of this app. Like, these are things that I wouldn't be able to do unless I was exclusively on my desktop computer. Like, Clip Studio Paint has come a really long way, and I'm loving this update. And if you guys have a Samsung phone, you guys can try this out for yourself for free. There's a 1 hour per day free app use for the Clip Studio Paint app, and as well as a 3-month free trial if you want some more unlimited usage. I definitely recommend for you guys to try it yourself. You guys will see the intuitive and maybe find other features in this mode that I haven't been able to pick up yet. The best part about this is that I feel like I could truly create professional art anywhere, and it's so amazing. I have access to all of my layer information. I'm able to do a lot of things. This drawing took me much faster than it normally would take me. It took me around 2 hours for the finished portrait. Normally it can take me much longer. Especially on my phone. My speed on my phone is much different since I'm working with a much smaller screen and I gotta zoom in and out. But this took much faster because of the combination of the simple mode with the studio mode. The studio mode gave me the option to add in some of the stuff that I normally add on desktop, like layer clipping. You can also do that in simple mode as well, but I prefer to do that in studio mode since I'm more familiar with it. It gives me a bigger area to work with. So that's also the thing about this update, that even though some stuff can be done better in simple mode, if you just prefer the studio mode because of familiarity or comfort, you can still do that. But there's some more things I can just do with the layer options. I'm able to easily add a lot of strokes. You guys will see towards the end of the drawing where I'm able to flatten the whole thing and then just add a whole stroke through it, like a white border. Yeah, I'm putting some clips in real time and sped up. I sped up some of the parts that I think are a little bit boring, but in real time wanted to show you how well my brushes work. Oh man, and that was like a thing that was a major concern for me in the past, especially since I review a lot of different devices, and now I'm able to have the brushes on my desktop computer work the same on my phone. I'm not sure if this is something they fixed in this update or it happened much earlier, but that's something I really appreciate, the consistency that this app has no matter what device that you're using. And when you're a working artist, having things that works across any device will save you a lot of time. That's also a reason why I still pay for Clip Studio Paint, because of the cloud feature. I keep mentioning and how much I love that, since now I'm able to start a drawing on my phone. I could save that drawing to the cloud, bring it to my tablet, and then my portable tablet like the Tab S6 Lite when I'm on the go and I want some more room. But then when I get home, I can sync that again to the cloud and work on my big computer using the U1 canvas. And that's just phenomenal. And I'm able to use a lot of the same tools, so I'm able to save a lot of time. I feel like now I can truly do commissions at conventions. I think I would feel like more comfortable doing it on this, because then it kind of forced me to work a little bit faster. And oh man, I'm able to finish a lot of work on this. Like, this is what outline that I'm talking about, guys. Since I do a lot of merch design, I do a lot of stickers, so being able to do that. And another thing is, all of this, I was running a bunch of layers on this phone, and it did not lag on this drawing. That's a huge improvement, guys. Like, that's also app optimization, because this phone, the Samsung Note 10 Plus, has been out for several years now. We're on the S23 Ultra now, so I'm glad that I was able to like truly handle it. Even then, I still make sure to save every now and again. Another thing I wish that I could do is turn on autosave, but maybe that's something that already exists in this mode that I just have to dig in further. Again, this is just my first impression. I'll have another more polished videos of my favorite tips and tricks, but I wanted to do this like laid back format and show the app in real time and how I personally use it compared to thinking of all the top features, because there's a lot of them. The ease of use is like #1 on my chart, and it still records by time lapse. I wanted to show you guys how that looks and just be able to scrub through it. You could still export that for social media, and the layout for that on the simple mobile looks really nice. So let me know what you guys' favorite feature of this mode is, and are you excited for this mode to come to any other versions of Clip Studio Paint, like the desktop version, because I think that actually might be really cool. And here's some detailed close-up of the final drawing. Oh man, and I kept discovering things as I used this version. I didn't know you can slide it open like that to see more details and create layer groups from this mode. So man, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.